the first Christmas I had in New England was very different than Christmas growing up. Christmas growing up, we were always surrounded by family. We were doing, things focused on Christ and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm in New England, 2,000 miles away from my family. And I was told stories from all the missionaries about Christmases in New England. It was almost a day like when the members would have you over all day. It wasn't like a day off, but it kind of was almost a day off because it's completely different. And so I was looking forward to that. I was excited. I'm like, we're going to go have lunch at the members' houses, dinner at the members' houses. I hear they can give you presents. We're just going to sing carols, eat so much food, and have a good time. And it was getting close. And we looked at our calendar. No one had signed up for Christmas. We're like, what? We've heard of missionaries being booked for Christmas like 4 transfers early. So we go to the bishop, the members think that we're busy on Christmas, but we're not. We don't actually have anyone. So, if you'd mention it to them, it'd be nice. And he goes, oh, yeah, we'll make sure you get somebody. So he actually stands up in church, in sacrament meeting, and says, brothers and sisters, I'm leaving on vacation for Christmas to go visit my family and have it with them. Will someone please invite the missionaries over so they don't spend it alone? Because spending Christmas alone is the worst way to spend it. And we're like, boom, that's gold. We're going to totally have someone invite us over. When we got our calendar back, there was none on Christmas Day. We're like, what? Like, Christmas morning came, we had nothing. We opened up a couple presents. I'd gotten a couple presents. He'd gotten a couple presents. We gave a couple presents to each other. But it felt hollow because we had been focusing so much on spending time with the members. That's what Christmas was. And since it wasn't happening, it wasn't Christmas. And we were sitting there like, what are we going to do today? And we had remembered that during the first presidency devotional, President Monson told us not to forget the elderly. We're like, well, we usually go do service down to the senior center on Tuesdays. It's a Tuesday. Let's go down. So we walk down to the senior center, and we come in, and the lady who's in charge just gives us this look of, what are you doing here? I'm like, it's Tuesday. She goes, it's Christmas. I'm like, it's Tuesday. And she's like, but it's Christmas Day. Aren't you going to spend it with your families? And we looked at her and said, the prophet asked us to spend it with the people who don't have families, and the people who need someone. And she got super emotional. She's like, here, come join us for Christmas dinner. And then we're going to be doing an activity afterwards you can help them with. And so we're sitting there getting ready, and our zone leaders call us up. They're like, oh, Christmas is amazing. We've already been to 2 members' houses, and this and that. And one of our investigators called us and was like, hey, I want to get baptized. They're like, how's your Christmas been? And we're like, well, we were rejected by the members of the church in our area, and so we walked to an old folks' home. And they're like, what? And we're like, well, dinner's starting, so we got to go. So we hang up the phone. We eat dinner there, which was lunch. They just called it dinner. And we do our activity. And we noticed there's 3 hours of blank space after the activity. We made cakes in a mug, and we're like, well, what happens when that ends before you have your supper at 5 o'clock? And they're like, well, we let all of our staff have Christmas off so they could spend it with their family. And I'm like, so what happens to all the seniors? And they're like, well, the ones who have families, the families will come. And they will spend time with their families. I'm like, what are the ones who don't? And they're like, most of them will sit in here and wait. And I said, wait for 3 hours on Christmas Day? Just have supper so they can go to bed. I turned to my companion and I'm like, no, this isn't going to do. And we both love to sing, and so we should sing carols to these people. And right then our zone leaders called up. And so we started calling members in our ward and told them what happened to you guys. And the Hardys have said that they want to have you over for Christmas dinner. And we're going over there already. We're going to come pick you up. We've got to leave right now, though. And we sat there and we realized we either had the Christmas we had been wanting, go to the members, have a great time, enjoy, relax, have food, have presents, or continue where we were at with the seniors. And I looked at my companion, and we both had that look of we knew what we were going to say. And I told the zone leaders, no, it's okay, we'll stay here. They're like, are you serious? You're taking old folks home on Christmas? And it was like, this is where we're supposed to be. For the next 2 hours, we sang Christmas carols to these people, and to see Christmas come alive in their eyes again. And we had one little lady, she was German, she knew almost no English, and she just looked at us, and you could tell that she wanted us to sing a song. I'm like, do you want us to sing Silent Night? And she starts crying. It's like, I haven't heard it in years. And to sing Silent Night for her, and see her start crying, and then to notice all the other people are crying. And then in the back of the room, the families that were out in the lobby had come in. And so everyone in the building was in that room. All the families, all the seniors, all the staff, they were all listening together. And that is when I realized that that was the true meaning of Christmas, was bringing Christ to others. We walked home and was like, that was way better than a dinner at a member's house, because we helped others have Christmas. And so, whereas that Christmas started out the worst Christmas I'd ever had, to this day, it's still my favorite Christmas.